Hi guys, how you doing? Samir here, and today I'm really excited to do this video. Honestly guys, it's Saturday night and I think it's around 2 o'clock right now. I want to make this video to support you and to deliver you something which I personally missed when I was finishing school, because what I missed after school was definitely a plan. Guys, of course, everyone leads their own life and everyone has different goals. This video here is aimed to all who want to be financially independent in their lives and to all who are freshly out of school or generally want to be rich to be financially independent in their 20s. And this video is especially for those who don't know where to start becoming rich in their 20s. So what I like to do with this video today is to make you a plan which you can adapt to your lives. Like always guys, let's dive in. Guys, I'm 25 now, I haven't reached my goal yet, but I make this video because exactly this is something which I needed when I finished school and which I missed when I finished school. And I knew if I would had somebody in my life 5 years ago after finishing school, I would have made a faster progress, a greater process. And for those who don't know, I graduated in school when I was 19. And after that, I started studying business informatics in university in Hanover. Was that the right decision in hindsight? I would say no. I definitely could have made it easier in my life if I just listened to myself. So to avoid these mistakes, today I want to give you a plan on how I would proceed my life to get rich in my 20s and simply put my life financially more in that direction I want. I want to split this video into different phases. Phase number 1 is the year after graduating school. Number 2 is the phase for trying out. Number 3 is, and I call it, you have a direction phase. And number 4 is scaling to wealth. Let's start with phase number 1. Most of you will finish school at 19 to 20 years old. Some of you will not. Some of you will already have finished school because they started an apprenticeship and wanted to work in a company. Here in Germany, it's completely normal that some students finish school at 16 years old and after that they try an apprenticeship in a company and want to work over there. But statistically, people with an apprenticeship earn less than people with an academic background here in Germany. Guys, at this point, I definitely recommend you to completely finish school and to graduate. Not because necessarily you need the degree for something, but if you finish school, you get a lot of knowledge which you get through the last years, which a lot of people which finished school earlier definitely will not have. After this time and graduating, an exciting phase will begin. Phase 1, the year after school. After graduating, you will have friends who go to study. You will have friends who go to work. You will have friends who go to abroad. And you will have friends who do nothing. And this year, I don't want you to just hang around. No, I want you to have the courage to say to yourself, no matter how uncomfortable it feels, I will move abroad alone and be over there for myself. I do a voluntary year, I work for myself, I don't care. What you do exactly abroad is irrelevant. It is important that you get out of your hometown and that you understand that there are other regions, other cultures, other customs, other ways of life. On vacation you get this feeling only temporary, but if you live for 1 year in another country, I definitely guarantee you that you will recognize what's going wrong in your hometown and what's going well in your home country. You get completely new ideas and you probably will get a lot of inspiration. As a young man or a young woman after school, you probably will have no idea what you want to do or where you want to be in the next 10 years. I promise and guarantee you, after 1 year abroad, it will be much clearer for you. Maybe you will learn a new language, and the best part is, maybe you get some rest after 12 or 13 years of school. One more thing, if you're abroad, yes, of course, you should live your life. You should do parties, you should get some rest. Yes. Now here comes the most important part. While your time abroad, I want you to learn a new skill which you think can make you some money after coming back. That's the only promise you should do to yourself. Take that 1 year abroad and try to learn something where you believe you can make some money with it in near future. Currently, I'm thinking about specific things like programming, UX and UI design, something in the technology area, for example. Ideally, you can learn something where you think, okay, that can be needed in future. It doesn't have to be only technical. Ask yourself, what can I start to learn in this 1 year that will be highly demanded in the next 5 years from now? Let's move on to phase 2. Now it's time for trying out yourself. You probably will come back from your abroad trip, or maybe you don't, who knows? And now there's the question, what are you gonna do? I have the answer for you. You try yourself out, but to what extent? Well, it's very simple and there's no way around it. If you want to get rich in your 20s, I mean you want to get a millionaire in your 20s, there's no way around it. You have to start a business. There's no other opportunity. You have to. You must. Why? You can calculate it. I often said it. You will not be a millionaire in the next 5 to 10 years with a normal 9 to 5 job. The income is too low for that. Maybe you have luck with highly risk investments. Then yes, but probably no. As a student, you hardly earn anything, so might even have to get some student loans, so you might even get into debt. You have to start your own business. But where should you start now? Well, I hope you took my advice and you have learned the high income skill when you was abroad. Let's imagine you have learned programming in that 1 year abroad. Now you probably could start a software agency. A great first service-based business. You will notice that you, with your high income skill, for example programming, you earn double or more of that what you would have earned when you visited the university and when you started a 9 to 5 job. That means with a high income skill, you probably can earn more money without any degree from university, without getting into debt, without student loans. That's awesome. That's great. Would I go to university in general? No. If it's not necessary, no, I wouldn't. If I want to be a doctor or a lawyer, I probably will have to go to university. But in the case of high income skills like programming, I don't have to. So from this point now, ideally you can earn some money with your high income skill and invest that money with a low risk. Plus you can live your life in a very comfortable way without going to university and without any student debt. Very early on, right? But guys, from this point here, the try out yourself phase is just beginning. What do you do with your earned money? What do you do with your time? What should you do now? Option 1. You love what you do, you love your high income skill, you love how comfortable life is and how great life is, and you love that you earn more money compared to different people. There's nothing wrong with that, and if that's what makes you happy, great, you have reached your goal. But I'm telling you here guys, scaling your software agency or a different agency service-based business until you're a millionaire will take a lot longer. But it's possible. A lot of people scale their agency businesses until they're a millionaire. If that's the path for you, great, congratulations, you already have arrived. If not, I would advise you to do this. You take the money and the time which left over from your high income freelancing, and guys, believe me, I speak from experience, there will be some time and money left over, and you put this time and money into new projects, into new startups, and into new ideas. You have time enough, and probably at this point you will be only 22 or 23 years old. At this point I want to encourage you that you try a lot of things. Try that YouTube channel you always wanted to do. Try that new business idea, that crazy business idea. You will see that a lot of concepts will fail. You will fall, you have to stand up again, you will fail again, and then you have to stand up again. So many things will go wrong, you can't imagine. But guys, do it. Learn to laugh, to fail, and learn to fall as quickly and as often as you can. I promise you, when you do this consistently, there will be that one thing, that one idea, that one project that will dominate your life. And try everything you always wanted to try. You found your direction. We assume that at the end of phase 2, you have found something that you already have tested and something where you think, this could be it. This could be something which makes me a lot of money in future, which I could imagine I would love to do in the next 10 to 20 years, and you realize that this could be my chance for wealth. Whether you have sold some products, or you have started a great startup and sold something, or you have raised capital, or your YouTube channel is going well, just something where you have a sense of opportunity. You know what I mean? And now guys, this is the phase to go all in. At this point, I hope for you that you're still getting some jobs with your high income skill, that you earn some money, and that you of course have some savings or some low risk invested money. Because if you have that, now you can go all in with your next project, your next big thing without any pressure. To be at this point, I definitely recommend you that if you're earning a lot of money with your high income skill, don't increase your lifestyle too much and too quickly. Don't buy a lot of unnecessary stuff like sports cars or something like that. Also try to avoid unnecessary leasing contracts and avoid high expensive rents. Now it's on guys. You put almost all of your energy into your all-in project, and in best case you make your first 5-figure amounts per month with your found concept without exchanging 100% of your time. Phase number 4, the scaling phase, or what I call it, the motherfucker phase. The work of all these years has already paid off up to this point. Your high income skill can always provide for you if something wrong happens and you have good initial first sales with your all-in project. But now guys, how we say it in Germany, jetzt geht's die Wurst. That means all is about the sausage. If you have realized that you can make a lot of money with your project in a really quick time, you have to do everything in your power, with your money, with your time to make the system grow. It's no longer about sitting there yourself. It's about scaling your business, which means expanding into new areas with your products, into new product launches, into new services, and growing within your company. You may bring some investors on board and you hire employees which hopefully are better workers than you, but you're growing. What do I mean concretely? Let's make an example, okay? Simple example, you run a successful restaurant in phase number 3. Phase 4 means, for example, opening restaurants in new cities or introduce a franchise system. If you have founded a startup with just a few customers, it means that you now increase your sales, that you raise more money, that you go into new areas, and that you continue to grow. If you have a YouTube channel that brought you your first subscribers, that means that you now are looking for script writers, new editors, so that you can produce even better and more awesome content. All in all, your business is growing, and that's what will make you now a millionaire. Scaling is what does it. Either you become a millionaire by scaling your company so strong that you make so strong profits, or you will become a millionaire because you sold your company to some other company and you invest your money in new assets, in new products, in new ideas. These are not things that run independently from each other, my friend. It's a normal, common way that rich people started a business, have sold the business for millions of dollars and became millionaires, and then they took the money and invested into new assets, into new companies, into new projects. That's a common practice, and that's the reason why we always say that the rich become richer. So guys, this is my plan which you can adapt to yourself. This guide here is not a one-to-one plan, but it's an approach to you and you can apply it to yourself. The core of this plan is that you take your time to discover new things, that you take your time to earn some money and to create securities, and that you take your time to get all in and to take the most risks. In my opinion, a good way. Now my question to you guys, what do you think should be adopted? What do you think doesn't work and what do you think would work very well? Please guys, write in the comments what you would adjust. This here is a big discussion I like to start. It's not the one plan that works to everybody, that fits to everybody. It's a big discussion. I just hope that this plan take you further in your life and that the minutes you have watched now this video have been worth it. Always remember that your most valuable asset is your time. That's the most valuable thing you can offer someone. That's why I appreciate it incredibly that you took your time and dedicated to me, and I hope I was able to provide you with value. Don't miss the next videos guys, I appreciate you and thank you for everything.